When we got into that water, I nailed Scott so hard in his testicles that I felt his body just crumble. It was like one of those moments where I was like, oh my God, I just ruined his life. Hi, I'm Kate Hudson, and today we're gonna be watching scenes from projects throughout my career. So, let's go.
You walked into the party like you were walking onto a yacht. You had your hat pulled down real strategically over one eye. You had a scarf, I think it was apricot.
Strategically tipped below one
You had
eye.
one eye in the mirror.
Just the fact that Carly Simon allowed us to just butcher her song on a stage. The fact that Carly is so cool that she's like, sure, you know what? Go for it.
Bury yourself in. Probably think this song is about you, don't you?
Tone deaf and drunk is not a good combination.
It was truly an amazing experience, and Matthew just brought it, and he always does. And I think without ego and without any of it, he just brings so much amazing energy to everything he does. With Matthew and I is just a very similar type of joie de vivre. We love life. We lead with energy. Very competitive by nature. We're competitive with each other. Very flirtatious. Not afraid to be flirtatious. I think there's just a similar energy that somehow was allowed us to be able to really connect on screen and fall in love. It's like you have great loves of your life. And then like as actresses, I think you have great loves in your work. And he's one of my great loves, you know? And I think that just is something that happens when you meet and you feel that chemistry is just sort of an energetic thing. And great producers can see that right away. I feel really lucky that I got to experience that with someone as talented and as fun as Matthew.
You arrogant, backstabbing jerk.
There's that dress. I mean, I think of Karen Patch, our costume designer.
I'm out!
What?
Look, please, just give me the necklace, then you guys can go on and kill each other.
And then look at that diamond. That's real. That was a real diamond. We had bodyguards and everything. And I was like, when that would go on, oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Who are you with?
Me? I'm with myself.
No, who are you with? What band?
Oh, I'm here to interview Black Sabbath. I'm a journalist. I'm not a, you know.
You're not a what? Oh my God, I'm such a baby. I haven't seen this in a while.
Not a groupie.
Groupies sleep with rock stars because they want to be near someone famous. We're here because of the music. We are Band-Aids.
So this whole section, one day, we were there for like 2 weeks on this ramp. And I remember John Toll, the DP, at one point, we were so tired. We've been working and it was nights. And he just goes, the ramp, the miniseries. We had so much on that ramp. I also really sprained my ankle on that because I was wearing these really high platforms. And I remember thinking like, I was so young and I was like, I am not going to show anyone how much pain I'm in. I was in so much pain. They're like, you need to take a break. It's okay. I'm like, nope. And my ankle was like out to here. I was like, no, I'm good. There's a great moment at the end of this. I say, hey, you want to come to Morocco with me? And he says,
Yes. Yeah.
You sure?
Ask me again.
Do you want to come?
that Ask Me Again was actually him asking me to ask him again the line because he felt like he didn't get the line right. And it was just such an amazing moment. And the fact that Cameron used that, well, I'll always remember that because it just showed like Patrick's, the purity of this. It was his first film. And yeah, I mean, this was the best. I was such a huge Cameron Crowe fan. I mean, Singles, Say Anything, Jerry Maguire, like my favorite kinds of film. And when I knew he was doing this movie, I was like, I'll do anything. And he was looking for all girls around that were, 19, 20. And I was cast as William's sister. I was so excited, but then when the cast fell out, it was Brad Pitt at the time and Sarah Polley. And then it just sort of fell apart. I was like the only one cast. And Cameron's like, don't leave me. I was like, oh my God, are you kidding? I'll never. But can I audition for Penny Lane? And he really didn't want me to at the time because he was so hell-bent on me as, he just saw me as the sister, Anita. But then I just kept begging and he brought me back like 1,000 times. Finally, it was really Gail, the casting director. If I'm saying this correctly, and my friend was like, Cameron, it's Kate. To get a part like that was like, what? And yeah, I think I cried. I'm pretty sure I cried. I do cry a lot, but I think I pretty much lost it.
Hold me closer, tiny dancer.
I have to go home.
Count the headlights on the highway.
You are home.
I was thinking about this the other day that there's just certain songs that sort of break out of some of the movies that I've been in, like Tiny Dancer and You're So Vain. And I feel really lucky to have these amazing musicians and writers sort of lend us these songs, and then just being a part of them in film history is like really cool. When you step outside and look in, it's like, oh, how cool is that? I remember a therapist said to me once, I was like, I couldn't figure out what I was feeling. And I was like, not that long ago. And I was like, God, I don't know. I just feel like, oh God, I'm like, I can't, how do I put this into words? And he looked at me and goes, you just want to get back on the bus? And I was like, yes, I just want to get back on the bus. So I do have that nomadic, music-loving, kind of traveling spirit that loves to disappear in that world. So yeah, she always lives in me a little bit, for sure. I had to do this scene which was really hard because I had a bikini scene where I have to like strut out in this outfit, and it's written like a strut. I was like, oh God, I'm gonna be in Greece, and I like, when you have to do that, like you can't drink for like a good 2 to 3 weeks. So I was like, how am I gonna be in Greece? And I had like rosé at least like once. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna test my discipline. But I did it. I was like, I'm gonna get there, and then it's all gonna go out the window. And that's what I did. I look, to be honest, I love to work out. I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do. I love strength training. That's where it really started, was for that movie, is the first time I really did strength training, and it like changed my life. So there's that. And you know what? I really enjoyed strutting in that bathing suit. That's an awesome bathing suit.
Birdie, you have to tell him. You gotta tell him. Listen to me. I'm serious. You gotta.
I will.
You just gotta go beg, okay?
Oh God.
When he goes to his room, just follow him and then just do it.
I will take care of him. Don't worry.
Jess. Oh my God, Maddie. Oh, I love everybody so much. It's always nerve-wracking to play someone that is just has no filter and is just totally tone deaf, and ground them in some way so that you kind of love them, even though they're just like not very good people.
Andy! Hi! Wow. How long has it been?
Since the trial, so a few months.
The trial. Ugh, that was not fun. I mean, for all of us, for anybody, right, Peg? Right? I'm uncomfortable. I'm gonna go for a swim.
In comedy, you really need to know who that person is, like the depths of them, for it to be funny. For me, Birdie was really sad. I feel like she only knew how to listen to every third word. So, like, she never really listened to anybody. And honestly, I mean, with Jenny, our costume designer, working with costume and Birdie really brought it to another level. She's just extra. She just needs to be validated. She just wants to be loved, and she'll go so far that she just can become completely tone deaf. It's like she doesn't exist in the world that's happening right now. And working with a writer like Ryan, you know, it's like, it makes it so seamless. You're like, oh, he just wrote. Birdie was just so on the page. Truly, Birdie was one of my favorite characters I've ever played. I wish we could do an offshoot of Birdie, you know? It's like, I never wanted Birdie to end. We have this chat group called The Green Room, which is where we get to connect with each other, and it's the best. I mean, we still talk on it. We were all very jealous. As the first Knives Out was jealous of the second Knives Out, when I saw like the little tease, I was like, I feel really left out. And then that's when, you know, The Green Room starts kind of going like, oh, really? Oh, here we go. Like, it wasn't nearly as fun as Grease. Daniel Craig every day, not too bad. Catherine Hahn, I got to have a reunion with Catherine Edward, who was so great. I just have this dream that maybe we'll all get to be in one together one day. Maybe all of the characters will get to come back. That's my manifestation.
Oh, I'm surprised I haven't been, sent into my therapist's office.
That's what I've heard. TUFF.
You all heard me on the phone the other day talking to the guy who's messed up my centerpieces. Oh, gosh. It was unbelievable. It's like one thing after another every single time.
Snowballs.
Listen, can I get a little bit more low light?
I'm surprised. You know, it's like, I love improv. It was always my favorite thing growing up. And when you know your character so well, you can just I just keep talking. Anyway, when I'm watching this, I'm like, oh, none of this was written. Like, I forgot all about this. And then I loved producing this movie. This was actually one of the more challenging experiences I've had, because I set out to make a very rated R, irreverent comedy. Like Bridesmaids, a little more raunchy. And the script we had, written by Casey and June, was rated R. It went through a series of things, and as it does, and as you do, 5 years down the road, someone else picked up the script, and they just wanted it to be a little bit more PG. And we kind of felt like the little engine that could. And I knew, I was like, you got to build a multi-billion-dollar industry, and women can laugh at themselves. I don't think we should ever forget that women, we know how to laugh at ourselves, and we can be raunchy too. And sometimes we need to go there.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Is it good? Great.
My hair is blue. I mean, this is something I hear all the time. People yell this out at me on the street. This was such a wonderful experience, and I loved every second of it.
My hair's blue! It's blue!
In the process of having to take out some of the really hilarious scenes that were a little too naughty, my producing partner and I, Julie Orn, I feel like we really kind of made this great buddy love story, comedy, dramedy, where we got to make fun of the intensity that we have when we're going to get married and the bigness of that day, and sometimes forget that it's really about the people that we love. I always say, what would be the sequel to Bride Wars? Annie and I had just so much fun, and we're able to get cozy and laugh with each other, and it was a really wonderful experience.
No, hold on, babe, I got this. Do me a favor, fuck you, okay?
Stop it right now, stop! Stop it! No! Hey, stop!
I love these guys. I love them.
Ow! Ow!
I'm cramping!
Ryan, attention, you idiot!
It was really late at night. It was cold. The pool was, thank God they made it like a jacuzzi, because it was really cold outside. But when we got into that water, I nailed Scott so hard in his testicles that I felt his body just crumble. It was like one of those moments where I was like, oh my God, I just ruined his life. It was so bad that I knew it. And I heard him. I audibly heard it under the water. And it's never happened to me in my career where I really hurt somebody. But for some reason, because it was Scott, I felt okay about it.
Call 911, call 911.
Oh, for God's sake, she's gonna kill him.
Get her away.
I wish we had another shot on it. It was one of the things in the edit. I was like, do we have a close-up of him in a different direction? Because he did something that was so funny. Drew, I hope we get to do a season 2 because his physicality, he's one of the great comedians. He's got incredible physicality. We only really touched on it in this, and he does amazing work in this show, Running Point. You've got some of the great, great comedic minds just throwing line after line at you. It was so much fun. Mindy Kaling wrote an absolute just great show, loosely based on Jeannie Buss's, who is the president and owner of the Lakers, her life story. But it's really about this family dynamic and how messed up we are. And none of us are really capable of really emotionally figuring out our lives. And yet we have to run this big franchise. And it just was such a blast. Laughter is healing. So I hope this is that for some people. Okay, thank you for watching.